Welcome back, guys, to another episode, to another horror game, Dollhouse. I haven't looked into this game. I don't know what it's about. I presume it's about a dollhouse. Whether we're in a dollhouse, we've bought a dollhouse, there's a random dollhouse in the house, I don't know. But let's have a look and find out. Okay. That was not what I was expecting to start the game. The gift. I got this or these two antlers from my late grandfather. As I watched them, I remember of him. So the two was highlighted, I'm guessing for a specific reason. I don't know what reason. Go away, door. I want these random keys that are in there for whatever reason. I guess they're going to open the door. Is that my grandfather? Can I move it? Okay. I wasn't expecting that. So there's a blue key, so they're all coloured. I don't know if there's any significance to that. The fights are getting more violent. I had to lock him up in his room to keep him safe. This is the 7th time. So is this a game about a child retreating into their bedroom to play with their dollhouse because of domestic violence in the house? 3, 4, 5, 8. I've got a fairy for some reason. She's been inside the bathroom for 3 hours now. I hope she didn't take too much of that medicine she keeps above the bathroom sink. Okay, so it's one of these kind of games where there's something going on in the house, which is rather dark, and I'm guessing it's going to leave you to decide yourself what the story is actually about. The answer is written in blood near the one that is most dear to me. So I'm guessing, what was it? 3, 4, 5, 8. 3, 4, 5, 8. Okay. So basically, they've taken too much medicine and then they've decided to slit their wrists, I'm guessing. This is I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me someday. I could not continue to live on this earth anymore. From your 9th birthday till your last, I'll be watching over you. That's really, really, really... You were that child's entire life and now you've just left them. I don't even know really how to process it at the moment. Each room tells a story. Yes, it does. So you got 2 from in there. 2, 7. 2, 7, 3, 9. 2, 7, 3, 9. Whether this is right or not, it could not even be in the right order. 2, 7, 3, 9. The puzzles aren't too difficult, but I do like the fact there is puzzles. It's leading you through the story of everything that's happened. Yeah, it is a really dark and it's a heavy story, but I like how they've explained it through different rooms, like it's a theatrical. It's the different scenes as if it's in a theatre production. That's just what I'm depicting from this. Those eyes, I can't stand looking at me like that. Funny story. Tale about a frog that lost its home. There was a frog that lived in the pond with other frogs. All frogs were brown while he was green. He came to the frogs and said, "How's going, my brownies?" The 4 brown frogs stood in silence. They couldn't believe what they heard. At the end of the day, Green Frog had to leave the pond. He was banished by the brown frogs. Till this day, the Green Frog was the first one to even say the P word. Okay, I'm thinking there's a little bit more to this than green and brown frogs. 4 and 1. and 1. Fairy and the Stars. A small boy would often watch the stars out of his bedroom window at night. After a while, he had gotten visited by a fairy. She told him that if he waits for her by the window a couple of nights, that on the 3rd night she would take him to the sky to fly among the stars. The night came and the 5-year-old boy flew among the stars. So you've got, what was it, 4, 1, 3, 5, 4, 1, 3, 5, 4, 1, 3, 5. 4, 1, 3, 5. 4, 1, 3, 5. So there's another book here, and there's another book over there. Dollhouse. Oh, a little girl has gotten a dollhouse from her father for her birthday. It was the 2nd dollhouse she even got, but the dolls were seen to change rooms when the little girl was away. At the start she didn't seem to notice, but later she was afraid. All 7 dolls have gone away. Scared, the little girl went to bed, but when she woke up she found herself in a dollhouse, while a doll took her place. Oh, that's chilling. I like that though. It's very intriguing. To the north, a boy watched to see the snow with his own eyes for as long as he remembers. Later on, the boy left his summer country and he went to the north. He had a few friends accompanying him. The 3 of them, including the boy, saw the beautiful white snow that they hadn't seen before. But that blinding bright snow was the last thing they ever saw. So it says to let the books guide you. So imagine this is going to be first, this one, so 4. This one's 3. So 4 is first and 5 is 3rd. That's 7. 4, 7, 5, 3. Kettle is empty. So I've got milk and I've got beer and nothing in there. Everyone takes their usual, even if it isn't food. You mean like alcohol? I just figured, I know this is all stereotypical, but father being the alcoholic, the mother's depressed, so she's taking the pills, and the child, obviously, fairy. I mean, I know you got milk, but obviously that's not a drink. A key! So, with this game, there's nothing really amazing with the graphics, very simple, but I feel that's because potentially we might be seeing the doll's house, all the different rooms that have changed in the doll's house. But you've got this really sinister undertone to it with the music. It's really simple what they've done. Like, there's a theatrical technique where you wear masks and you just express emotions through body language, and I feel they've got no faces, but it's very clear just with the body language just what's going on, and I feel that's so effective. You don't need amazing graphics sometimes, or color or faces or whatever, to really explain what's going on. Like, just there, it's so symbolic. As you leave, you begin to wonder why you were trapped in that house of no memory. Even more, why does that house seem so familiar? Oh, why did you wake up in that room? Okay guys, so that was Dollhouse. Wow, what a great game. It had so much depth to it. I really loved the puzzles, albeit they were pretty easy, but I think if they were too hard, it would have just taken away from the story. I also loved how each room played different scenes of what had happened. I mean, some of those scenes were shockers, which I really wasn't expecting, so a little warning would have been appreciated. I mean, I'm not fazed by that kind of thing, but it's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. The ending is probably my one critique. It had a lot of build-up and depth, and then it abruptly ended without any kind of closure. I guess the best way to describe it is if, for example, you're eating a packet of crisps and you're really enjoying this packet of crisps, and then you go and search in the bag for another crisp. There's no more crisps. And if you'd have known, if you'd have had that closure, you could have enjoyed that last crisp just that little bit more. Anyway, so that's it for today, guys. But if you enjoyed the video, then please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more, then don't forget to subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.